Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Ticking Together. As always, the goal of this channel is to provide education about and to raise awareness as to what it's like living with Tourette Syndrome. Psst. Yeah, you, I'm talking to you. Come here. Would you like a sneak peek into my brain for the past week? Just a little snippet of what my Tourette's has been forcing me to deal with over the last 7 days. I'm talking about over 168 hours of this on repeat. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to see what I've been dealing with? Okay, let me show you.
The bridesmaids wanted a celebration, so we took a trip, bachelorette vacation, cause we know she needs one, a break from Matthew. Just kidding, Matt, we're glad she has you.
Hey Matt, came all this way, had to explain, direct from Domingo. Kelsey's a friend, she's like my sis, but we did hook up though.
So yeah, that is what my brain has been dealing with for the past 168 hours. Approximately, give or take. If you're new here, let's just back it up or else this video might be a tad bit confusing. Hi! My name is Carly, I am 26 years old and I have Tourette Syndrome. Tourette's is a neurological disorder which affects my brain and it causes me to make involuntary movements and sounds called tics. Also, there is a different category of tics that are called mental tics, and that, my friends, is what we're focusing on in today's video. Tics are involuntary and repetitive in nature, which means A, I don't want them, and B, they happen over and over and over again, even though I don't want them. So, with the information you received at the beginning of this video, that little secret I gave you about my brain for the past 168 hours approximately, we're gonna talk about mental tics. And I know I'm kind of making light of this situation by kind of being all cheery and like yada 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 happy, but I am not happy. Let's get that straight. A mental tic is similar to a physical or a vocal tic in the way that I said it is involuntary and it is repetitive in nature, meaning I don't want to be thinking it, I don't want to be having it on repeat, but these two things are inevitable in someone with Tourette syndrome. Mental tics can be literally anything your brain can think of. It can be a word on repeat, it can be a phrase on repeat, it can be a sound or like a jingle on repeat, it can be a song on repeat, it can be anything. Like, the list is endless. And as someone who's had Tourette's diagnosed since 12, I have dealt with mental tics my entire life. I want to preface this video by saying mental tics are not the same as an earworm or getting a song stuck in your head for a few days. Sure, there is some similarity, but mental tics are to the nth degree, to the extreme, to the end of time, like so much worse. I can't even explain to you. And so, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the SNL skit featuring Ariana Grande, where they do a cover version of Sabrina Carpenter's song Espresso with the words about Domingo, has been stuck in my head for 7 days straight, and I kid you not, it has been 7 days straight. The only time this song is not going through my head is when I'm unconscious and asleep. Right now it is going through my head. And you may think, Carly, how are you maintaining this conversation so well? Let me just say this video has thousands of cuts in it. I am taking breaks, I am zoning out. I'm very much struggling. And I don't think people realize how much Tourette's impedes on my daily life besides just what you guys can see. With Tourette's obviously come the physical, the vocal tics, the stuff you guys can obviously see and hear. Also, along with that come the mental tics, which are the stuff that literally tortures my own brain, makes me want to take my nails and gouge my brain out. There comes impulsivity, there comes rage, there comes all the comorbidities that come along with Tourette's. There's so much to this disorder that have just affected my life so negatively. But this mental tic attack, I'm gonna call it, is one of the worst things that has happened thus far in my life with Tourette syndrome. I want you to imagine that you're trying to have a conversation with someone important, or even just a friend, a casual conversation, and they're in front of you and you're talking to them, but then there comes this voice next to you that is just repeating something over and over and over and over and over again. In this case for me, it's the Domingo song right here, right here. and I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but my brain is just being engulfed with this song that I don't want to be thinking, and it's hard for me to think of anything else. I've gotten really good over the years of being able to distract myself from this voice, but it's not that easy all the time, especially in times when you have to focus. I'm in university right now and I have midterms this week. I have been studying like mad, but I also have had this song on repeat in my brain while studying, and I don't think it's a good mixture. I don't know how well I'm gonna do, like a race, how well I'm gonna do on the exams because of this part of my disorder. And it may seem funny to you guys, it may seem like, oh, it can't be that bad because it's just a song stuck in your head. It is so much more than that. I have lost so many hours of sleep this week because I'll lay in bed probably for upwards of 5 to 6 hours before I actually fall asleep, just repeating these lyrics in my head over and over and over. And I don't know if I'm doing it justice with explaining how debilitating this is to my life. Like, if I've ever felt like I'm going insane, I do feel like it now. When I first saw the skit, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was hilarious, very well done. Like, there is no hate to this skit. I still think it's funny. But after having it on repeat in your brain for 7 days straight, I'm gonna say approximately 168 hours, it's not funny anymore. It's not as entertaining as it once was. Still very catchy, but it becomes to the point where I don't feel good. Since I did say exams are coming up, stress is heightened. And with my Tourette's, stress does induce more tics, and usually physical and vocal tics. But currently it is the form of mental tics, and I guess you can't really pick and choose with Tourette's, it just happens. Tics do wax and wane, they come and go, they get worse, they get better. But this has been one of the most annoying ones I've ever experienced. When I have physical tic attacks or vocal tic attacks, they usually only last a few hours at most. But as I said, this has been 7 days straight. Like, I want you guys to get that in your head. The only time for the past 7 days this has not been in my brain has been when I'm asleep. And on top of that, it makes sleeping harder. So that's a little bit of a glimpse into my life over the past week. I just wanted to shed some light on the fact that mental tics are a thing. They're exhausting, they're debilitating. They're like self-torture in a way. It's awful. Like, I feel like crying, I feel like yelling and screaming. Like, I feel so helpless. And it doesn't help that it's my own brain that is doing this to me. So yeah, if you guys are watching this and you've ever experienced mental tics, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments and maybe share some stories, because I do feel very alone right now. Even though I do have this community online, I do feel very, very isolated and sad. So if you'd like to leave a comment letting me know if you've experienced this, or just sending some positive vibes my way, I would really appreciate that. Give this video a thumbs up if you learned anything, or just for fun, I don't know. Again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell to stay tuned to all of my content here at Taking Together. I post about Tourette Syndrome awareness and stuff about my life as someone who's lived with Tourette Syndrome their whole life but was diagnosed when she was 12. Thank you guys so much for watching. Wish me luck getting this out of my head. I don't know, we'll see. I'll update you guys later maybe, but thanks for watching. Have a good night, and I will see you next time. Bye!